hello, Lady A. Are you there?
I'm here. I've been here. I heard everything you said, but you couldn't hear me. I don't
I
know why
hear
you couldn't hear me.
Lady A. I hear you. Well, I guess what? I hear you, and this is good, perfect. Lady A, how you doing?
I am blessed. I'm blessed. You know?
Lady A, you know how it is on radio. Sometimes
I totally get it. I got two radio stations. If I didn't have an engineer, I'd be messed up.
oh, oh Lord. Well, I'm trying to get like you.
Oh no, 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 no.
Oh, but how are you doing, Lady A? Thank you so much for being on my show. How are you?
You know what? I'm blessed. That's all I can say. You know, any day I wake up 6 feet above ground and can get out of bed by myself and feed myself and put on my own clothes, I count that a blessing, no matter what else is going on.
Yeah, I know that's right. I
Yeah.
know
You
that's
know,
right.
between COVID and 45, you know, I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I'm still here. Okay.
I know that's right.
You know, we
Oh
got a lot
Lord.
of things going on in this, in the world today. A lot of things are going on, and I try to be as positive as possible, and try to encourage others as I go through it. It's not always easy. I have my little 5 minute pity party, about once or twice a month, but I can't do more than that, because you know what? If I don't have control over it, I gotta let it go.
I know that. Look, I know that's right.
Yeah, I can't do it. I really can't do it.
I completely understand, and you are spot on with that. Lady, I would love to talk with you a little bit about. I wonder if you could share with us, with the audience, and I was reading a little bit about your background, but I'd love it if you could share with us a little bit about um, your upbringings, because you were born and raised in Seattle. Is that correct?
Yes, born and raised in Seattle. Even though my birth certificate says I was born in Alexandria, Louisiana. Oh, wait a minute. I just found that out. I got some reporters that be doing some serious digging, and I just found out, but that's what my birth certificate says. But I got to talk to my mama. But yeah, I was born in Seattle, Washington. Uh,
Tell me.
I,
Wow.
I came up. You
Look.
know, you know how they used to do back in the day. I'm not really sure sometimes, but uh,
Oh
but
my gosh.
I was
La-
I was born in Seattle, and my mother, she's a gospel singer. My father was a drummer, and my brother plays drums. I have a niece. Her name is Umi. Y'all look her up. She's not blues, but she's a R&B neo soul type singer. She is amazing. You know, she does her thing. I'm so proud of her. And so I come from a musical background. I was a choir director at age 16. You
Mm.
know, kind of forced upon me because our piano player quit on us. You know how it is, the church anniversary, the youth choir day, and our pianist quit on us. And I, I've been blessed to be able to teach parts, and that's kind of how I got started
well,
with
cause,
singing. In the choir, I always sang. You know, uh,
cause
always sang.
you started
Go ahead.
singing when you were so you started singing when you were 5. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, my mom has a picture. There's a picture of me standing in the choir stand when I was 3, but really my recollection is, yeah, when I was 5. I remember singing because everybody was singing around my house. Music was always being played at my grandmother's house, Miss Elnora. My grandmother's house, at my mom's. There was always music of some sort going on. You know,
It
so.
it's what speaking of the music, what was some of the music that you were listening to? I know obviously you were listening to some gospel music, but who were some of the artists that you were growing up listening to that were being played in the house?
Well, so for me, Mahalia Jackson, I'm a big Mahalia Jackson fan.
Oh yes.
Um, I love her. My voice is deep like hers. Don't let me catch a cold. I'll go in the basement with some notes. But I love Mahalia Jackson, Denise LaSalle, Bobby Rush. My grandmother was a big Bobby Rush fan. And it's so amazing. And I love that I can tell this story that I actually have toured with him on the Delta Music Experience tour with Bobby Rush. And now we're friends. And he's a mentor of mine because, and that's been a big, that's probably the biggest thing in my life right now
Woo.
that I feel that I accomplished and that, I always thank my grandmother for that.
Yeah, that's
You
amazing.
know, yeah. Tyrone Davis, Johnny Taylor,
Oh
Millie
yes.
Jackson. I was a big Millie Jackson fan back when I used to cuss a whole lot.
Ooh, wait a minute now.
I don't do that no more. I try not to. I ain't gonna say I don't do it. I'm gonna say I try not to cuss no more. But yeah, that was so those are some of my influences. I mean, that's what I listen to. A lot of Joe Sample, so I like all kinds of music. So from jazz to classical, I like classical music still to this day. I like country music to this day. Um, so if you put
Wonderful.
it in front of me, if it sounds good, I'm gonna listen to it,
I know that's right.
and if it don't, I'm gonna turn it off.
That's right. And I know you know how to do it because I know how to do it too, real quick.
Okay. Some stuff I'm like, oh, wait a minute, baby, wait, hold it, hold it. I didn't get that lyric. I'm a lyrical person, so I listen to lyrics.
So, Lady A, could you tell us a little bit about at what point did you decide to go into the blues? I know you were listening to this music, in the house, but you were
Yeah.
singing in the church choir. At what point did you decide you were going to be a blues artist or blues singer?
Well, I've always liked blues, but even when I first started singing, um, my my first band was the Baby Blues Funk Band. So, but we didn't do blues. The guys would let me throw a blues song in every now and then. We were doing, R&B and funk. We were doing a lot of it. We were known as the party band. So, we did a lot of weddings and that kind of stuff. But I always wanted to sing blues. And there came a point where, I mean, and it was after all these years of playing with the same band. I had the same band for over 12 years. Some of the guys, one of my guys, John Oliver III, who's my Seattle producer, he's been with me for 20 years. So
Amazing.
he was part of that original band that started out. I mean, I went through a couple of, I think we went through like 3 drummers because I was always looking for that particular sound. But I always wanted to sing blues, and really, I decided right before I turned 50, I think in my late 40s, I just decided, you know what, I don't want to do this. If y'all don't want to play blues, I'm gonna be pretty much done. I'm gonna let y'all have it. And John and my then bass player, Gary Smith, who has since passed on, they both said, look, you're the front person. We need you. And if you want to do blues, we're gonna support you. You need to come out with a CD. And I'm like, oh what? No, I didn't say all that. I was just saying I wanted to do some blues. But they really pushed me. I had never written any songs before. I would write things down, but nothing that I thought was important. But they really encouraged me to step out on my own. And so I said, okay, if I step out on my own, then I'm not going to be the typical blues singer. If you listen to my music, I know I don't sound like everybody else, because really there's a message in my music. And I write funny songs like, Future Ex-Husband. That it's a true story, but it's a funny song.
Oh
It's a
Lord.
it's a true story, but it's a funny song. If you don't want it, don't waste it. That kind of stuff. Those are funny songs, and that's in true blues fashion for me because I laugh a lot. If you're around me, I laugh a lot. I love to laugh. I love to smile and have fun with people. But a lot of my songs like "Change the World," "The Truth Is Loud," um, "Love, Lust, and Blues." those are songs that come from the heart that I hope encourages somebody else.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love it. I love that. What?
Thanks. Well,
What?
somebody likes it. I'm appreciative of that because I've had a pretty long career, and it hasn't always been easy. You know, I'm female. I'm black. I run the band. I've always managed and booked the band. Um, and so I want to encourage all the females out there. Do you don't ever let anybody dim your light. Just ask them to wear sunglasses if you shine too bright. So, well, I mean, it's true because you can get discouraged. I know that I had at one point, but now I enjoy what I do. You have to have the confidence to do what you do. I enjoy what I do. I'm at peace with the music that I make and with the people that enjoy it. So I've been very blessed, you know.
I want to go back real quick though because I want you to talk to me a little bit about your experience as a blues artist, and you know when you first started, what were some challenges that you faced? What were some hurdles that you had to overcome on the blues scene?
Ooh, Lord. You mean that I'm still challenged with?
Yeah, yeah, that might be it.
You know what? Seriously though, when you first start out, and I didn't have anybody to help me. There was nobody here to help me. I live in Seattle. There's more white female blues singers than there are black. Um,
Ooh.
and at the time there was only two, me and Patty Allen. You know, so and Patty Allen is still. I mean, she's still here. She's still doing her thing, but she's retired from music. They didn't acknowledge me here. The blues societies, I did all the things that you're supposed to do, checked all the boxes, went and did all the little free gigs, way out north where they all live and that kind of thing. But they didn't acknowledge me, and they have not acknowledged me until now. But we'll talk about that later.
Ooh.
Um, but some of the challenges are being a female, period, and that's white or black, I'm sure. But being a black female blues entertainer is, I'm just gonna be honest, it's harder on us. The males dominate the blues scene, and even when women come on the scene, the males get, I guess, I went to Europe I tour in Europe, and I noticed that I was the only female on a few of these festivals. And so one day I kept going to the Netherlands, been to the Netherlands about 3 or 4 times, and I went and I told the producer, I said, so, because I figured we was friends now, he couldn't fire me, he wouldn't go, send me back. So I told him, I said, so why are there no other women on these festivals? He said, oh, because we don't believe women can really sing the blues, but you can sing. I'm like, what?
What?
Yeah, that's their mentality though. It's not a racial thing. It's not. It's a male thing because most of the producers are male in Europe. I mean, I really was. I was trying to figure it out. Why is there only, you'll have like 13 men, white, black, whatever, on these festivals, and you'll have one woman. And I'm like, I don't get it. So I asked. Now, as for the United States, um, you know, me, I ask for what I ask for. I ask for what I'm worth. I don't play with it. I've worked hard to get where I am. My band works hard. I believe that we should get paid just like everybody else gets paid. And that's a hurdle for us. That's a hurdle for women, period. But it's really a hurdle for black women, blues performers. So if you don't know your worth and you are not confident that, all money ain't good money, so you don't have to do every little thing that comes your way, you'll find that it's a lot harder than it really has to be. Um, I've jumped some of those hurdles. I haven't burnt any bridges, but I've told some folks, no, never mind. you know, yeah. So that's just something to be mindful of for young artists that are coming up.
Cool. I appreciate you sharing, and then and I need to. We're gonna circle back to that because I wanna listen to this. I wanna hear some more about what you, some advice that you'd have for some of our young up and comings. And you know,
Oh, yeah.
you make me think too because as you bring that up, I think about a lot of people have, there's a complaint that in the blues industry about all these blues festivals or so-called blues festivals that I have no black artists on them at all. Um, and so, in thinking about the experience of a black uh, blues woman, to think about some of the hurdles they have to go through additional hurdles, like you mentioned yourself, and that's just
Right.
it's eye opening to say the least. And I hope that we can do some work to to break down some of these barriers.
Well, and really, I've broken down some. I mean, I've fronted a lot of white bands,
Oh
and
yeah.
and that's all fine. But again, I don't make them. One of my things is then I'm the featured artist. It can be whoever, whatever the name of your band is, featuring Lady A. Always, because like I said, I've worked hard to get where I am. I don't mind fronting other bands. I don't mind singing in the background. I really don't. But I think that we as black women who are blues artists who have worked hard, and I don't have, I don't have a manager. I manage myself. Um, my booking agent that I do have for Southern tours is down in Mississippi. Everything I do on the West Coast, it's me. Everything I do in Europe is me. You know, out there making friends and talking to people. You got to invest in yourself also. Um, sometimes I spend my own money. I used to, now I'm a little bit more well known. So, but when I first started out, I would spend my own money to go to certain festivals to make sure that I was seen. Go to the Blues Music Awards to make sure that I'm seen, to make sure I'm heard. Drop a CD here, talk to somebody there. You have to be able to network and talk with people, and be
Hmm.
honest. Be honest about stuff.
Hmm. Yes. Thank you. Yes. 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 And amen to all of that. I I need to I need to, since you said this, because I got to go back to what you just said. You said uh, you confronted you confronted some of the white bands, and I can't help but ask you about Lady Antebellum.
Mm.
Because when this headline crossed my news feed earlier this summer, I was like, "What?" And I want to know. We all want to know. I would love to get your take. How are you feeling right now about all of this? I mean, my understanding is they changed their name to Lady A, trying to disassociate themselves from the word antebellum, even though they're still keeping that A in their name, which I think is a little ironic. But that's my opinion.
Mhm.
And when you confront them, you went to the media, let everyone know, hello, I've been working under this name Lady A for 30 years.
Yeah.
How do you know? I just I don't
I
even know
know.
how to ask you the question. What is wrong with? That's the real question I want to ask: is what's wrong with them? But I want
Exactly.
what
Um,
I mean, what has been your whole thought process behind all of this going on this year with dealing with them?
it's I understand. I work in race and social justice every day, on my day job, because I also have a day job as well as a performer, and I've been doing that for almost 30 years. So I understand that we have a need for change in this country, especially in the United States. We have a need for change. We have a need um, for racists to be anti-racist. It's not enough just not to be a racist. You need to be anti-racist. You need to know that white people need to understand that they have privilege. They have been privileged. And you can go and deny it all you want, but it is true. Um, you have had privilege And if you're trying to be woke all of a sudden, which we appreciate, BIPOC people, Black, Indigenous people of this land, and people of color, we appreciate y'all trying to be woke. We understand that you are trying to be anti-racist, but you need to, if you don't know how, then you need to ask somebody. You need to educate yourselves. Because Lady Antebellum understood that the use of antebellum was offensive. They knew that, and that their adoption of Lady A was going to harm me. For one thing, let's get this straight. They did not change anything. So let's stop saying that they changed their name. They didn't change anything. They admittedly said that Lady A is what their fans called them, because the name of the band is Lady Antebellum. That's the name of the band. So if you went from Lady Antebellum to Lady A, you did not change a thing. You used a nickname. So I want to make sure that everybody understands that. So though they even recognized the impact that they were going to have on me, because I specifically said in these meetings, I've said, and I've said it over and over again, I don't understand how coexistence is going to work. I don't understand how coexistence works. Help me to understand how coexist. For the people in the back, how does coexistence work? I have asked that question several times, and they acted like I wasn't even speaking.
And just to clarify for the our listeners, when you're speaking about the coexistence, this was something that they wanted to
Right. This was
negotiate with
something
you, right?
they had already, yeah, they already knew what they wanted to do when they came in. They can't say that they didn't see me, because they did see me. I've always seen them. It was Lady Antebellum, Lady A. There's no way they did not see me. They knew I was there. So they saw me. They just chose to ignore me and thought that I was irrelevant. And you know, you used to be able, and I told them, look, the minute you put out, because this, everybody has to remember, I have 6 CDs under my belt as Lady A. If you go and look for me, well, you can't now, but when you were able to look for me before and you looked up Lady A, there were my CDs. They had not put out not one CD under Lady A. And I told them this. I said, so the minute you put a CD out as Lady A, you're going to dominate the platform, the media platform. So I don't see how that's going to work. And they said, oh, no, we're going to make sure that doesn't happen. You know, that's a lie.
Ooh.
That's a lie. So if it's not, because still in the, and I want people to understand this, I tried, and I was under no obligation to try, but I tried to reason with them and say, hey, why don't you just be Lady A the band? Because there's 3 of y'all and only 1 girl, and her name don't even start with an A.
Oh.
So let's make sure we understand this. My name is Anita. That's why I'm Lady A. There's a reason behind that. But you're trying to distance yourself from racist connotation in the name, and you made a big deal about it by saying that Black Lives Matter, and I'm going to quote them. As a band, we have strived for our music to be a refuge, inclusive of all. We've watched and listened more than ever these last few weeks, and our hearts have been stirred with conviction, our eyes opened wide to the injustices, inequality, and biases Black women and men have always faced and continue to face every day now. Blind spots we didn't even know existed have been revealed. So when is this revelation going to come to light?
Okay.
That's my question. And I'm not trying to be funny, because really people don't understand what I'm really going through in the background. I smile. I'm always smile. I'm going to always put my best foot forward no matter what is happening. But this is some stress on me. This is stressful. But for one thing, you're interrupting my daily life. I had a life before Antebellum came into my life. I had fans before Antebellum came into my life. So all those people who said that you hadn't heard of me before, well, you've heard of me now. I did not ask for this. God placed me in this position for a reason. And I believe it's to help some other people. It's not just about me. It really isn't, because since this has happened, I've had so many other artists, independent artists, reach out to me and say, I've been up against big money. I've been up against, and I'm just gonna say it, some white people trying to take my name. There's a young lady, a white artist, her name is Brianna Cash. And Interscope Records is trying to take her name and give it to somebody else and just spell it different.
What?
Yeah. So this woman's name, this artist, her name is Brianna Cash. That's her given name, God-given name. Her mother gave her that name. And there's an artist whose name is not Brianna, who now wants to go by Brianna Cash. Just spell it different. So my thing is, why does big money think that it's okay just because we're into independent artists? What makes that okay? And this young lady is going through the same thing that I'm going through. The one good thing that I have that God has blessed me with is I have Cooley LLP as my attorneys. And they are one of the best trademark and litigation attorneys in the country. And they've taken my case pro bono.
Ooh.
God is good, ain't he?
Yes, all the time.
And all the time, God is good.
Yes.
I don't take any of this for granted, and I don't take it lightly. And I laugh and joke about things, but a lot of it is to keep my sanity. I was really stressed out for a few months, and then, but in my prayer circle and my team that I have, not only my lawyers, but my Lady A team that I have. I am so proud to have friends who are in my corner. I just feel like, Antebellum, their team, they just wanted to bully me into doing what they wanted me to do. And when I wouldn't do it, and had the nerve, because that's what they think, I had the nerve to ask for money. Well, we were in negotiations. So you went and told everybody I asked for money. You could have just said no. But I wasn't going to give. I wasn't giving up. I'm not going to coexist with you. We're doing that now, and you can barely find my music. You used to be able to ask, and I have to turn this down because she'll start saying something. I used to be able to go on and ask Alexa to play my music, and it would play. Now I ask Alexa to play Lady A, and the country folks come on.
Ooh.
So how is that fair, and how is that right? And life may not always be fair, but we need to learn how to do the right thing.
You're right about that. You definitely got a point on.
Yeah.
Woo.
They didn't change their name. You're the ones who said that your eyes were open and I'm reading what they wrote. They said that their hearts had been stirred with conviction and their eyes were open to wide injustices. But yet you put your knee on my neck as soon as you find out that I'm not going to do what you want me to do.
Woo.
Which is share my name. And I should not have to share the name with you.
Right.
I shouldn't have to. I gave you suggestions, and you didn't even take those suggestions. You totally ignored me, which let me know that you were disingenuous from the beginning. You had no plans to help me, to make sure that I didn't disappear. And this is what white people and big business tend to do. They take our culture, they take our land, they take our names, they take our music and our artistry.
Ooh.
And they've been doing it for hundreds of years.
Ooh, Lady A, you started a firestorm up on here tonight.
Oh, am I?
She's
I'm
telling
sorry.
the truth.
Hey, go listen to my song, The Truth is Loud. That's why I wrote the song. Well, that's not why I wrote the song. I actually wrote that song before that. But I do have a new song coming out. And I want everybody to listen to it. It's from my heart. And when I talk about my name is my heritage, it's my identity. My mother gave me the name Anita. Lady A is a part of of me. It's who I branded myself to be, thinking after all these years, I'm getting ready to retire and I can sing full time after I've been working my behind off, dragging CDs around with me, selling them out the trunk of my car, selling them, having my friends come and selling T-shirts with Lady A on them. All that, everything that goes with the grind and the hustle that they know nothing about. And I'm not mad at them for not, I have nothing against them for not knowing. I wish somebody had been there to help me, to, give me a leg up, you know. Maybe if my mom had been, Mahalia Jackson or Shirley Caesar, I'd be doing something different, like Hillary's mom, like Charles's parents. They're rich, they come from money, and there's nothing wrong with that. But that money should not allow you to think that it's okay to step on independent artists. What you ought to be doing if you want to be an ally, which is what you said. They said Black Lives Matter. I didn't say that. They said that. I didn't say that. They said that. And I'm repeating it for the people in the back. They said that.
Yeah, say it louder for the people in the back, please.
For the people in the back. Hey, I believe in talking to the people in the back because sometimes they act like they don't hear.
Okay.
It's in my new song. But yeah, my new song is coming out. My name is all I got.
Oh, when is that coming out? Lady,
It's coming out.
Out?
Well, I don't want to give a date yet because we're still working on the video. It's ready to go, but I'm not going to give a date yet. But you will definitely find out. And believe me, because of my ancestors, because of Black people, indigenous people of this land, people of color who were brought here against their will to work this land, to develop, to create, to masterfully and skillfully put this country together. Let's be real. For those people, that's who this song is for. For those people who have always had something taken from them. It's time for us to stand up and say, you know what? Just do the right thing. I've said this several times. If Lady Antebellum got on the news cycle like they did when they decided that they were going to use their nickname, because they didn't change anything. When they decided they were going to use their nickname and found out that I had the same name, if they come on the same new media platform and say Black lives don't really matter to us, we made a mistake, they can have the name.
Right.
I'll walk away. They don't have to pay a dime. Or better yet, go back to Lady Antebellum. Go back to using the name you were using. I'm just saying. It wouldn't cost you a dime. But I'm not going to allow you to think that it's okay to get in Black people's faces, get in people of color's faces, get in indigenous people of this land, get in our faces and tell us that your heart has been stirred with conviction and your eyes have been opened wide to injustices, inequality, and bias Black men and women have always faced and continue to face every day. And now blind spots you didn't see, you didn't know existed, have been revealed. I'm not going to allow you to say that and think that we're not listening.
Okay, I know that's right.
I'm listening to you. Change your name. Don't use your nickname. Change your name.
Thank
Don't cost you a dime. We can all go to our separate corners. I'm going to pray for you. You pray for me. It's all good. I'll even still work with you to bring us all together because that's what I do. But I'm not going to sit back and let you think that it's okay. God put me here for a reason. And it's not easy. It's not easy. You know, people think it's all that in a bag of chips. No, it's not easy. But I'm going to help somebody else where I can.
I know that's right. Well, I know that's right, Lady A, and the more I think about this situation that you've been going through with them, I'm just, I'm praying for you, and
Thank you.
that's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm praying for you and hope that you all can get this resolved. But I definitely, you know me, I'm already biased. You already messing with the blues anyway, but then you gonna try to I'm already biased anyway.
Well, and then like I said, they're trying to erase me. And the only reason why I say that is because basically I knew that's what was going to happen. And basically that is what's happening. It takes people forever to find me now. I don't, just because I don't have 40,000 fans like they do, doesn't make the 4,000 or the 10,000 or the 400 or the 4 fans I may have. Does not discount them. Those people have supported me. I have people who still follow me since the day I started singing. And I owe them something. I have kids that I mentor in the Rhapsody Project here in Seattle. What would I look like saying, well, I just decided to just give them the name because I made a mistake and maybe I didn't do everything I was supposed to do, but I was supposed to let them just run over me because they can. That's not right. At some point, we need to stand up and teach our children, teach our young people, and let our seniors know. My mother, my grandmother, my great grandmother, let those folks know I appreciate what you did to get me here.
Lady A, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, I think for some reason I think it dropped out for 1 second.
Oh, did you hear what I said?
Say that again. Say that because I think it cut
I
off.
was just saying, we owe it to our young people, and I owe it to my grandmother, my mother, my grandmother, my great grandmother, who have all been singers, who have all paved the way for us, so that I could be here to sing. And what do I tell them? Oh, I just kind of disappeared because this other group decided to use the same name I have. I can't do that. I owe them. I owe my ancestors. I owe these young people that I coach. I owe my musical family. I don't really like to call them fans. I owe my musical family who come out to see me, who buy my CDs, whether they buy them at a festival or they buy them online. I owe that to them, to stand up and say it's not right and call you on your stuff. Because that's what we need to do. I'm not always right. I'm not perfect. And I hope that God, somebody would call me on my stuff when I'm wrong, and then teach me how to be right. Teach me how to do what it is that I need to do right, because that's really what we're here for. We're here on this earth not just for ourselves. We're here to help others. And I try to help people as much as I can with whatever I have. And I would do the same thing for Lady Antebellum. You made a mistake, and it's okay. Now let's correct the mistake and see what we can do about bringing blues and country together.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Lady A, you got my page blowing up. Lady A, you got my
People probably
page.
saying she need to be quiet.
You got my page blowing up, and everybody agrees with you. They are all just.
Oh,
We appreciate
bless
you
you.
telling the truth and telling it like Deetra Farr, my friend. I know your friend, Miss
Oh, I
Deetra
love
Farr.
Deidre.
Yes, she said my
That's my
sis is
girl.
telling it like it is. Ti is.
That's right. Like my dear used to say, tell it like a TIN. And like I said, I'm not trying to be mean about it. I'm just telling the truth. And the truth sometimes hurts. I mean, it's just what it is. Like they say at the church house, if it hits you, just say, ouch, move your feet. Happy come out. Just that's all we can do, because none of us is perfect. And so I want people to understand that if you're going to be an ally, if you're a white and you're trying to be an ally to BIPOC folks, you really have to realize that you're going to have to give up something in some cases. And in some cases, you really need to stand up and be anti-racist. You need to stand up for people of color. You need to stand up for those who are disenfranchised. You need to stand up for those that are homeless. We need to stand up for those kids who are out here in the streets. That's why I say, listen to my song, The Truth is Loud. There's a lot of truth out here that we just walk by daily, like ain't nothing happening.
Ooh.
We're in COVID right now. There's still people still out in the streets that are freezing. It's cold here in Seattle. But what are we doing about it? You know, are you carrying a extra blanket in your car in case you see somebody who needs it? Can you give somebody $5 without saying, oh, they're going to go buy some liquor? I don't care what they buy. Just give it to them. You know, stop taking. We need to learn to stop taking and start giving something back. And if you're going to be an ally, because if you're not, I'm going to call you on it.
I know that's right.
And the thing about it is that even if you get called on it, there's a way to redeem yourself. There's a way to be corrected.
Right.
And we can all work together. And that's really what we really need to try to do, is work together. I've tried with Antebellum. They're digging their heels in. There's nothing I can do but pray for them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I'm going to do.
I know that's right.
Because my attorneys do what I tell them to do. They don't advise me. They do what I tell them to do.
Mm-hmm. So, and Lady A, and I want to do this before, because I'm looking at our clock, and I
Yeah.
and I think because you're telling the truth, and I'm gonna tell you again, I'm gonna pray and hope that the best outcome happens.
Thank you.
Because that's what we need, and
I'm going to tell you this.
uh-huh.
No matter what happens, Brother Jacob, no matter what happens, I don't lose.
I know
God
that's
got me.
right. I know that's right.
God got me. No matter what happens, I don't lose.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Lady A, I wanna ask you. I want to make sure I have enough time to ask you. I want to just talk to you a little bit about you. You just released a live CD earlier this year. Am I correct? Live in New Orleans.
Yes, I released it on my birthday.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I would love to. One, can you tell us how folks can find that CD along with all your other music that you
Yeah.
talked about? I want
So,
the people to support.
well, thank you so much, Brother Jacob. I really do appreciate you. At this time, the best way to find my music is to go to my website, which is ladybabyblues.com. I have some specials on there right now. So please go. I had somebody order a bunch of specials for Christmas. So please go on there. You can order it from there. I am on Amazon and iTunes and CD Baby, but it's kind of hard to find me right now. I appreciate you, all those that have hung in there and sent me a message and said, it took me a while to find you, but I found you. So God bless you. God keep you. Also want to let you know my new song, My Name Is All I Got, is coming out in December. So be looking for that. And I'm also doing, and we're still kind of waiting now because we just got a moratorium on, just got a new break about the COVID here in Seattle. But I'm doing on December 11th, I'm doing a virtual concert. All-Star, it's my 5th annual Lady A's 5th annual Red and White Holiday Affair. Usually this is my time to give to the homeless. I do this every year, give to the homeless and to the Rhapsody Project students. But since we can't all come together, we're doing it virtually. And this is an all-star event with my friend, Grammy-winning blues legend Bobby Rush, with my girl Nellie Tiger Travis out of Chicago,
Yeah.
blues music award winner Anika Chambers and her husband Paul Delaurier, the Rhapsody Project students, my Mississippi producer Dexter Allen and the Dexter Allen Band, and I'm actually singling out my producer, Seattle's own John Oliver III, and featuring my band, the Baby Blues Funk Band. That's December 11th. It's a virtual concert sponsored by the Nectar Lounge, the Winthrop Rhythm and Blues Festival Association, and KNKX Radio. That's December 11th at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go to one of my pages, Lady A White Lady A Black and Blues or my Anita White Facebook page or the event page and click the link. We're only asking for a $10 donation and above. And that's to help me help out these artists who have volunteered their time.
Wonderful. Well, you have to make sure someone sends me that information so I can promote it and post it in the.
Oh, bless you. I'll make sure to send it to you.
Please do. Yes, please do. And I want you to tell everyone, because you have a radio. Wait, you don't have just one radio show. You got two of them, don't you?
I got 3.
Woo! Wait a minute now. How can they find you on the radio?
So I have 2 online shows, which is on Northwest Convergence here in Washington. It's NWN like Nancy, WCZ radio. It's Lady A's Black and Blues on Saturdays, and that's from 3 to 5 p.m. And on Sunday mornings, I'm on from 8 to 10 a.m. with Lady A's Gumbo and Gospel. So, and that's on NWCZ online radio. You can go to my Lady A Black and Blues page or my Lady A page on Saturday or Sunday, and you'll see there's a link there that you can click and you can listen to that music anytime you like. And I've just added KMRE FM 102.3, which is in Blaine, Washington. So it services Blaine in Canada. I'm really proud of that. And that is on your FM dial 102.3.
And all of that.
And that's Lady A's.
That's Pacific.
Yeah,
time,
Pacific
right?
Standard Time, right. And it's Lady A's The Boss, Blues and Soul.
Oh, you definitely have to send me all of that too.
I know that's a lot. Hey, they don't call me the hardest working woman in blues, soul, funk, and gospel for nothing. I always got something going on.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Lady A,
Yeah.
I thank you so much. I have really appreciated you coming on here and just dropping those truth bombs because we all needed that. But I want to tell you, thank you so much for being on our program this evening. I'm wishing you I'm hoping for the best possible outcome because that's what we need. And I have really, the more I've been listening to your music, I have just really enjoyed it. And so I'm going to make sure we keep playing Lady A on this program.
Oh, please do. Thank you.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Because I especially love this song I'm going to play in a second when we get off called That Man Make You Just Want to Eat a Peanut Butter and Jelly Sandwich.
I know that's right. Make you go looking for him in the daylight with a flashlight. That man.
Oh, Lord.
And you make sure that you send me, we're going to exchange information. I'm going to send you some other CDs of mine that I think you might like. Yeah, so thank you so much for having me. And I'm going to find out what happened to my producer, John, because it's not like him not to be around. But I hope that I answered some questions for you. And if I can ever be of any help to anyone, please always feel free to contact me. If I don't get to you right away, believe me, I will get to you because I do answer all my emails. I try to answer all my emails, text messages, and all that other stuff they got going on.
I know that's right. Well, thank you, Lady A. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. God bless you, Lady A. And
thank you. God bless you too,
please
Brother
send
Jacob.
and please send me all of that good information so I can have it.
I will. I will. And I'm going to send you some CDs too, so I'm going to get your information back too. Thank you, and thank you to all your listeners. I really do appreciate you. Please pray for my team and pray for myself. Y'all be blessed and be a blessing.
All right. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.